All right. Good. We live. Everything going good. All right. Let's get into it, man. I'm not gonna try and make this one too long winded. What's good with all the people out there? Boy, Nico TV, voice of the West. We about to go ahead and get into it. This is the truth. The truth about the Kid Clutch versus Dev the Demon. I have so much shit I have to say about this. I was gonna wait until the radio show, which I am gonna be doing this evening. I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait to do it. But I feel like we gotta go ahead and break this shit down now. Like I said, I'm not gonna take too much time. I'm gonna try and get this out the way, 10, 15. I ain't gonna try and take that long. But we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because there's a lot of shit that happened in that battle that, let's just be 100. A lot of that shit shouldn't have happened. And I'm seeing blame and certain things get put off on different people. I'm not really, I'm not feeling that. Go ahead and get to the real, right? So we got Clutch versus Dev the Demon. Now, the battle, we all expected it to be a battle of the night. Most people had this being their battle of the night. Both of them put up 500. So somebody's leaving with the full 1,000, right? Somebody leaving with the full 1,000 out, right? Judge battle, we're going to get to the judges in a minute. Definitely got something to say about the judges too. They ain't off the hook. But the truth about this battle, I feel like the battle itself, as a battle, it was starting off pretty good. It was starting off great. I thought the first rounds were starting off very strong. I felt like, okay, if we can continue to get this the rest of the battle, we'll definitely be in good shape, right? Appreciate. I see Deb, Mama. Oh yeah. Hey, if y'all haven't been here, please go ahead and hit the like for your boy. Get the likes up on this for your boy, please. If you are in here, hit the like for your boy. But after the first round, I said, you know what? It's gonna be a pretty good battle. It could be exactly what we all thought it was. Now, if this had been a fan vote and you were going round by round, Clutch is dying in that first round. If this is going by the fan vote, Clutch is dying in the first round. That chat was relentless the entire time this battle was going on, especially when it got to the judge. The chat was relentless. I thought Dev had a really good first round. Really good first. I thought, damn, this dude cooking. Improved Dev the Demon. He's cooking. Clutch goes. Now, immediately, you can tell there is a difference in the quality of the material. However, Clutch being a vet, he knows how to level the playing field. And so he raps twice as long. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you rap twice as long. If you only rap the same amount of time Dev rap, it's clear. Yes. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. He pulled a vet move. $1,000 bet on the line. I'm not rapping the same amount of time you rap. I'm doubling up. And because he doubled up, a lot of that material that was powerful was in that second half. He had some powerful shit. What was it? The stovetop line of the, your rounds heating up, but they not fired. Like, come on, man. He had some powerful shit. They both did. And so at the end of the first, I'm going to even read off my notes. I took notes about this battle because this was an important battle to me. I was like, nah, we got to have some notes taken about this. Wasn't nothing too crazy. I'm just a little quick notes. So I had this round going to Dev, an edge going to Dev. Now this is how I talked about the round. This is a real quick notes. I said Dev's bar quality was better in the first overall. Clutch rapped twice as long, had a dope stovetop bar. That's the bar I'm telling you about that was fire. And I also made sure I took this note, right? Because this is important going into the next round. Clutch initiates physicality in the battle with the gun gesture to Dev's head. That's very important to point out there because there's some shit that I've seen people trying to put off on Dev that is not Dev's fault. And we're about to go ahead and get into it. So I have Dev up 1-0. It is an edge 1-0 because I don't think he cleared him. I think had Clutch ended his round earlier, he would have definitely cleared him. But I don't think that even with all the doubling up of rapping, it was close. Very close to me. And I'm not mad at anybody who makes an argument for Clutch. I think he had about 7 or 8 really powerful lines, right? But I'm also looking at the length of time you rapped to have that many. So, look, certain factors played a part, right? Yo, what's going on with everybody? I'm trying to make this quick. I'm only going to be here another, 10 minutes, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I make this quick. But then we get into the truth. Round 2 goes. Dev the Demon picks up where he left off, and he is going fucking crazy. I'm talking about momentum clearly on his side. Everybody was, and then you look at the chat, everybody was like, look, Dev is wildin'. He's wildin', right? We get to the point where Dev lands a bar and pocket check. Here's where we have to have some honesty. This is where we have to have honesty, and as a person who unpacks narratives, I got to unpack this false narrative I'm seeing being pushed in the culture. Dev the Demon did not initiate contact in this battle. He did not almost fuck up a battle. If you pay attention in that first, when Dev allowed Clutch to do that shit to his head, you can see Dev calm himself down. You know what? I'm not going to turn up. Old Dev the Demon, prior battles would have turned up, and then you could have blamed the nigga, for sure. He let the shit go. So at the point when Dev let that gun gesture to the head go, Clutch, you my nigga, I'm calling it fair down the line because I'm calling this shit fair down the line, the whole thing. You have no business getting upset at that point. You started the contact. At the point that you did this shit, the pocket check is fair game. Anything after the pocket check, cool. Okay? But that's his get back for you getting yours. So you cannot, there's no way at that point that reaction should have happened. And Entourage, please, Entourage, let's just be 100% real. I know this is your mans, y'all. A lot of y'all being biased. And I'm not saying everybody over there on Clutch side is being biased, but we just got to be honest. If we're keeping this real, when Clutch initiated that contact, there's no reason for y'all to go over there and talk about Dev and Dev's section and say y'all doing too much. They're not doing too much at all. Dev responded to some shit that happened in the first. We have to make sure that we clear up these narratives. I'm not letting false narratives just run around. We gonna keep this shit fair down the line. We gonna keep this shit fair down the line over here. I don't know what y'all do everywhere else, but down the line here, we're gonna keep this shit fair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, please hit the like for your boy. Please hit the like if you haven't already. But I will say this, though, and I just said, Clutch, I'm being fair. I'm a fair nigga. I had Clutch predicted to win the battle before this shit started. This is where I'm being fair at. That was also some vet shit. As much as Clutch almost fucked the battle up with his reaction, which was not warranted, it is a veteran move to steal away momentum because as soon as the battle resumes, Dev repeats the bar, which is no longer as powerful because you're not adding the theatrics with it. It's no longer as powerful. And then you end it with a very light 4-bar setup to a punch. So the momentum has clearly swung in Clutch direction. Clearly. And Clutch has a better round to me. Watching it live. Now, I have not watched this battle back. You can't even access the stream anymore. The stream is down. You can't even access it. So I have to wait until the battle officially drops to really break it down. This will be a West to watch. I guarantee you. He steals the momentum after that scuffle. He ends his second round powerful. Let me go ahead and get into the notes I have on Clutch. Other than the second round. Dev pocket checks Clutch. Scuffle happens. Dev was wilding before that. Wrapped a 4-bar setup after, but the momentum was lost. Clutch starts off his round using the MC Skits angle to set up fuck with the kid bar. Now, Just so we all have clarity, because when that angle was put out there, I said, you know what? How powerful is the angle? Because I remember him having that battle, right? I remember the battle. Now, just so I can have clarity, when did that battle take place? When did that battle take place? If I'm not mistaken, that battle took place a while ago before the allegations were put out there. So the angle for me lost a little bit of effectiveness. A little bit of effectiveness. It was to get to the punch, the fuck with the kid line. I understood what he was doing. But I felt like the angle of how you set up to get there lost a little bit. Not as effective as what it could have been. However, still being fair, this is what I put for the rest of this round. Clutch ended light, however, had an effective round after angle and before light ending. So if I'm looking at this round objectively speaking, putting everything together, I had this being a 1-1 battle. This battle was 1-1. To me, this battle was 1-1. All right? We get to the third round. I'm gonna go ahead and get through this. Like I said, I'm not trying to be here too long. Maybe another 5-6 minutes. I'm not trying to be here too long. Third round, I thought this was the shortest round from Dev, obviously. The angle was good, but the round was so short that outside of the angle, I didn't think anything else was landing. As good as the angle was, as good as it landed, there was nothing else in this round I felt like was just as powerful or powerful enough to give you the completeness of a round. And in my mind, I'm saying in a judge battle, your third round has to be a lasting impression. Has to be a lasting impression. Has to be a lasting impression. You cannot get away with not leaving a lasting impression on the judges. You can't. You cannot get away with it. Very good angle. The snitching, you a rat. You can call my homies whatever you want to call them, but they ain't right. Very effective angle. Thought it was supremely effective. The rest of the round, I didn't, though. Real name jumping. I need a minute bar. Also, I felt like there were slight stumbles in this round from Dev that were messing with his momentum of building up. And he was not delivering this with the same energy and aggression he had the previous two rounds. Seemed like he was almost out of gas. Even though the material was very effective, felt like his energy was lacking. And that plays a part in a judge battle. So then we get to the part of Clutch. I had Clutch up in the third. By the time he got about halfway through the round. Halfway through the round, I had Clutch up. Now, this is where, because I have Clutch edging the battle. Very slight edge. And there's two debatable rounds. Two debatables. The first round was supremely debatable. And I felt like that second round, go back and watch, it was going to be them two. This third round, I felt like there was just a little more separation. And I felt like that was only due to the fact that Dev ended his round short. Which that's on you, because in a judge battle, your last round should not be that short. It shouldn't be. Right? So then let's get to the other part. Judges. I have to say this, bro. This is important. We cannot have that type of judging for a battle like this, bro. $1,000 on the line, and one of the judges says, I like reality rap. I think this was Direct saying this. Shout out to Direct, legend. But we just gonna keep it fair. First off, you asked Geechee about an angle before you gave your winner for the battle. You can't ask another judge, hey, is this angle real? If you don't know if the angle's real, you got to just go off of effectiveness. If you don't know if an angle is real or not, you got to just go off the effectiveness. We can't start asking, well, is this angle real? And then, oh, well, that's very important for this round. That's important. It can't be that important. You got to call everything down the line, because there was angles and materials and aspects of this battle that if you didn't know anything, you just got to go off of how well they executed what they rapped. He said he was going off of the facial reactions in the crowd reaction. Dude, there's people with vest interest in Clutch. They're not going to react to nothing Dev's saying. There's people who are there for Dev the Demon. They're not going to react to nothing Clutch is saying. The crowd is the last place to be looking at that shit. The last fucking place to be looking at that shit. This is not a neutral grounds where it's like nobody knows each other on both sides and it's just two people. There's best interest on both sides. We're being fair here. Being fair. So that explanation threw me off. I'm just like, that you for $1,000 bet, that cannot be the explanation from a judge. That cannot be, and that cannot be the process in which we get to the explanation of who won the battle. Now the judges, all three of them had Clutch winning. I think two of them had it 2-1, Edge, and then one of them had it Gentleman's 30. I think Anwar had it Gentleman's 30. So I'm not mad at the judge's decision because I too had Clutch edging this very slightly. And I feel like a playback is needed. Now the battle is judged. Clutch got the dub. So there's nothing we can do going forward outside of just watching it for entertainment because the winner and loser have been decided by a judge decision. But it's very important that we have the conversation. We're going to have a further conversation tonight on the show. Very important that we break down what actually happened with this battle and in the judge decision. I feel like some of the explanations, if you watch it back on camera, which they didn't have the luxury, they were in the building, some of those explanations are going to change. Some of those explanations are going to change. You understand what I'm saying? So I just wanted to real quick have like a real quick breakdown and kind of talk about this battle. There's so much shit to talk about. And I didn't want to make this a 40, 50-minute vlog. I didn't want to be talking people's head off. I don't want to be doing all that shit. We try and get this straight to the point, you know what I'm saying, and kind of break it down round by round. This was still a very good battle. I thought they both had quality material. For those of y'all who are wondering about what angles are real, what angles are not, I'm not here to go ahead and tell you what's real or what's not. Watch the battle when it drops and enjoy the content that you heard. That's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing I can say because it was a damn good battle. And the end result on how I seen people talking about it, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. I didn't like the conversation behind that battle. That it was a better battle than what the conversation after the battle was talking. We got to give Clutch his respect. This is a legend over here on the West, a local legend, a West Coast local legend who proved it once again. He went in there and pulled vet moves. Some of it what was not warranted, but it's a vet move nonetheless. And he was able to take away all momentum from his opponent several times. Dev proved why he is one of the top up-and-comers on the West. He proved that shit and showed that when he's locked in and when he wants to talk his shit, he can talk that shit with anybody over here. And I think that we need to put a little bit more appreciation on what we've seen in that battle. We need to put a little bit more appreciation. This was not a 30 piece at all. I'm not letting anybody get it. This is not a 30. Not a 30. You watch this shit on camera and you got 30, you got to explain yourself. You have to explain that reasoning. You don't have to when the shit drop. I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. Again, I'm not trying to be too long-winded. I already done been here damn near 20 minutes. Shout out to y'all. Discord is going up tonight, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, maybe 8 p.m. at the latest. Was that 10:30 Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern? That's going to be the latest. Absolute latest will be like 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Because we talking about this shit. And tonight, we definitely going to have all the time in the world to unpack this narrative. All the time in the world. We're talking about the judges, the explanations. We're talking about the crowd. Oh, I didn't even get into the crowd. I'm not, listen, bro. Next time we have judge battle shit, some of this shit was a little too much. Some of this shit was a little too much in that crowd. The reactions, lack thereof, yeah, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. So, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and do this real quick, man. Shout out to everybody who did pull up. I know there might be some shit. You're like, Nico, you didn't explain this. I'll explain it tonight. This is a little taste. What we get, I'm getting into the other shit, too. Oh, some of you niggas was on this card. You're not safe. You're not safe. I might fuck around and do some car vlogs. I might fuck around and vlog from the car today. You never know. So tune in tonight, Discord, Nico TV. I'll make sure I post the links out there on my Twitter account, @NicoTV_. Appreciate everybody for pulling up right now. Shout out to both Dev the Demon and the Kid Clutch. Y'all went to war. Shout out to Clutch. You proved once again why you are who you are. Dev, you proved again why you are who you are. So, man, shout out to both of y'all. That's all I got for y'all, man. Voice of the West, Nico TV, signing out.